Okay, my name is John Howard, and this is my reflection video. So my previous knowledge on um, care and prevention, basically, if you see someone who becomes injured or suddenly ill, the first thing you want to do is obviously treat that person, check if they're conscious or if they're breathing, and then once you assess the situation, um, you would either start care, and if someone's with you, you would have them call emergency services. So they would obviously dial 911. And as far as your knowledge on whatever problem you're assessing, then you would go from there. So, but you wouldn't do anything you wouldn't know how to do. So, for instance, if you're CPR certified and they're not breathing, then you would render CPR. You wouldn't do something you're not qualified to do. So, as my previous knowledge, also with open wounds, if you happen to have a gauze or something to prevent that from bleeding, you would use that material um, to prevent that person from bleeding, whatever that may be, whatever type of cloth or a shirt or anything that you can find. I've also, my previous training that I've had in the military, we would, use a stick and a shoestring and try to use that as a tourniquet to also stop the bleeding. Um, as far as that goes, I've also been trained on as far as if someone was exposed to an chemical agent, we would also have to carry these pins in our bag, and we would have to just pretty much stab them with the pin um, to prevent further damage. Um, Also, I am already CPR certified. I was certified last spring, so I'll obviously be coming up um, due here soon within the spring 2019. I've actually, like I said before earlier, I've taken a first responder course in the military. It's required once a year, every year, and basically they'll just go over how to treat open wounds, um, how to render or how to use a tourniquet, and what to do if someone's exposed to a chemical agent, and that's pretty much it as far as um, being a first aid responder, or if someone you were with goes down and gets shot, what to do in that situation. So obviously you would want to drag them from the scene to get them all out of danger or harm's way, and then you would render um, care to that individual who is hurt, and whoever is with you, you call them on the radio and wait until the emergency services arrive so that they can take the individual away. And also for the tourniquet purposes, so if you were to use the tourniquet, just write um, when, like, try to estimate the time you apply the tourniquet, and yeah, that's pretty much it as far as my prior knowledge on being a first aid responder. Um, so basically, what I hope to learn in this course, obviously, I would hope to learn, how to render care to someone who's become suddenly injured or ill, specifically with sports. So, like, if someone sprains their ankle, you know, um, how to tape them up, even though it's kind of something that's not really serious. Just basically how to tape them up so they can be able to perform in their sport, or how to just basically just how to render care to an individual in different scenarios, different parts of the bodies and structures, or even something that we can't see. So something that just becomes ill while even they're playing a sport. I would expect to learn how to render care to an individual. Um, if they just fall down, collapse, if it's hot outside, um, what to do in that situation. Obviously, you would get them somewhere cool, but just things of that nature on what to do as a first responder within different scenarios. So not just with an individual being hurt in a sport, or anything in that nature, just in any day or everyday incidences where you see someone collapse. And that's what I hope to take from this course, and that's what I expect to learn.